We have been told a lie for a very long time. We were told that as we get older, we must naturally become weak. We were told that our minds must get foggy and our bodies must fail. We were told that this is just the way life works. But what if your muscles were actually the guardians of your mind? What if the secret to keeping your memory sharp and your spirit young was hidden in the strength of your legs and your arms? Imagine a world where getting older does not mean getting slower. Imagine a world where you keep your spark until the very last day. There is a brilliant scientist at Harvard University named Dr. David Sinclair. He has spent decades looking deep inside our cells. Dr. Sinclair believes that aging is not a mystery we cannot solve. He looks at it like a biological process that we can actually influence. His research shows us that our genes are not a fixed script. They are more like a piano. The music that comes out depends on how we play the keys. Dr. Sinclair has shown that we can turn on youth genes and turn off aging genes simply by the signals we send to our bodies. He believes that aging is a loss of information, but we have the power to help our cells remember how to be young again. If you are ready to stop being a passenger in your own body and start being the pilot, stay with me. This is the path to a stronger you and a sharper mind. Let us begin this journey together. To understand how strength saves your brain, we have to look at the tiny world inside you. Your body is made of trillions of cells. Inside every cell there is a blueprint called DNA. When you are young, this DNA is easy for the cell to read. But as time goes past, the cell gets messy. Dr. Sinclair calls this geneticist drift. It is like a beautiful book getting covered in dust and coffee stains. Soon the cell cannot read the instructions anymore. A muscle cell forgets how to be strong. A brain cell forgets how to remember. This is why we feel old. It is not that we are broken. It is just that our cells have lost their way. But nature has given us a special crew of workers to fix this. They are called sirtuins. Think of sirtuins as the guardians of your health. Their job is to clean the dust off your DNA and repair the damage. But sirtuins are very busy. They need fuel to work. This fuel is a molecule called NAD+. When you are young, you have a lot of NAD+. Your repair crew is fast and strong. But as you get older, your NAD+ levels drop. The lights in the repair shop start to flicker. The sirloins get tired. This is when the fog starts to move into your brain and the weakness moves into your muscles. However, there is a secret way to wake up these guardians. It is called hormones. Hormones is a fancy word for good stress. It is the idea that when you challenge your body, you actually make it younger. When you sit in a comfortable chair all day, your cells think life is easy. They get lazy. They stop repairing the DNA. But when you push your muscles, when you lift something heavy or move until you are out of breath, you send a survival signal. When your muscles feel the strain of weight, they release special chemicals called myokines. Think of myokines as hope molecules. These molecules travel through your blood and go straight to your brain. They act like fertilizer for your brain cells. They tell your brain to grow new connections. They tell the sirloins to get back to work. This is the muscle memory connection. Your muscles are not just for moving. They are a factory that creates the medicine your brain needs to stay young. Every time you challenge your strength, you are literally washing your brain in a fountain of youth. But this process needs the right environment. Just like a plant needs water and light, your youth genes need the right signals from your lifestyle. It starts with how we treat our internal power plants. Inside every cell you have tiny engines called mitochondria. These engines take the food you eat and the air you breathe and turn them into energy. In old cells, these engines are like old smoky car motors. They leak pollution called inflammation. This inflammation is like a slow fire that burns through your body and brain. It makes you feel stiff, tired, and forgetful. But exercise acts like a switch for these power plants. When you move with intensity, you force your cells to get rid of the old, smoky engines and build brand new, clean ones. This is how you reverse your biological age. You might be 60 years old on your birthday, but if your mitochondria are clean and your sirloins are active, your body can function like it is 40. You are rewriting your story one movement at a time. This slow fire of inflammation is the greatest enemy of your longevity. Scientists now call this inflammaging. It is a state where your body is constantly fighting a ghost. Because you are not moving enough or perhaps eating too often, your immune system stays on all the time. This uses up all your NAD plus fuel. It leaves nothing for your brain to use for memory. But when you strengthen your muscles, you are putting out this fire. You are telling your body to move from a state of defense to a state of growth and repair. This is the magic of the human design. We are built to handle challenges. We are built to be stronger after we struggle. To help your muscles save your brain, you must also understand the power of your metabolism. For a long time, we were told that we must eat many times a day to keep our energy up. But Dr. Sinclair's research points to something different. When your body is always full of food, a system called mTOR is always running. Think of mTOR as a construction foreman who never stops building. If you never stop building, you never have time to take out the trash. Your cells become cluttered with broken proteins and old junk. This clutter is especially dangerous for your brain. It leads to the fog and the forgetfulness we fear as we age. By practicing periods of fasting, you flip a metabolic switch. You tell your body to stop building and start cleaning. This is called autophagy. It is your body's way of recycling old parts to make new energy. When you combine this with strength training, you create a powerful synergy. You clean the brain while you build the muscle. You are teaching your body to be efficient. You are training your mitochondria to burn fat for fuel instead of just sugar. This creates a steady stream of energy for your mind, so you don't feel those afternoon crashes that make you feel old and tired. But the signals don't stop at what you do with your muscles or what you put in your stomach. Your biology is also listening to the world around you. Every cell in your body has a tiny clock. These clocks are synchronized by the sun. This is your circadian rhythm. When these clocks are in harmony, your sirtuins know exactly when to repair your DNA. They work like a night shift crew in a factory. While you sleep, they go into your brain and wash away the toxins that build up during the day. They fix the scratches on your genetic record. However, if you are exposed to bright blue light from screens late at night, or if you don't get sunlight in the morning, your clocks get confused. The repair crew doesn't know when to start their shift. They arrive late, or they don't show up at all. This is why poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to age your brain. Without deep sleep, your brain cannot clean itself. It is like leaving the trash in the kitchen for weeks. Eventually, it starts to smell, and things stop working. By mastering your light and your sleep, you are giving your muscles and your brain the time they need to integrate the strength you have built. Getty Images. We must also talk about the power of temperature. Just as lifting a weight is a good stress, so is being a little bit cold or a little bit hot. When you step into a cold shower or sit in a sauna, your body panics for a second. It thinks, "I must survive." This panic is actually a gift. It forces your sirtuins to work at lightning speed. It creates heat shock proteins and cold shock proteins that act like tiny mechanics, fixing the shape of the proteins in your brain. This is another way to trigger the survival circuit without even moving a muscle. It is a shortcut to longevity that helps keep your mind resilient against the stresses of life. Strength is not just about the size of your biceps. It is about the resilience of your entire system. It is about how quickly you can bounce back from a challenge. When you are physically strong, your body produces more of a protein called BDNF. This stands for brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Scientists call it miracle grow for the brain. It helps your brain cells grow and survive. It helps you learn new things even when you are 80 years old. It protects the parts of your brain that handle memory and complex thinking. This is why people who stay active and strong often have the sharpest minds in the room. They have been feeding their brains with the fertilizer of movement. This connection between the body and the mind is a two-way street. Your thoughts also send signals to your cells. If you believe that you are destined to be weak, your cells will listen. If you treat your body like an old machine that is breaking down, it will act like one. But if you see yourself as a living, breathing work of art that is constantly being restored, your biology will respond. Discipline is a biological force. Every time you choose the hard path, the workout, the fast, the cold shower, you are strengthening the neural pathways of your will. You are telling your DNA that you are the master. This mastery over your biology is not just a dream for the future. It is a reality available to you right now. When we talk about the muscle memory connection, we are talking about the ultimate insurance policy for your identity. Who are we, after all, if we lose our memories? Who are we if we lose the ability to recognize the faces of those we love or the stories that made us who we are? By protecting your brain through the strength of your body, you are protecting the very essence of your soul. You are ensuring that your wisdom stays sharp so you can share it with the generations that come after you. Think about the way a bridge is built. A bridge stays strong because it is under tension. It is the pressure that holds it together. Your body is the same. Without the tension of gravity and the struggle of weight, your bones become thin and your muscles wither away. And as they wither, they stop sending the signals that keep your brain alive. But when you embrace the struggle, you become like that bridge, stronger and more resilient because of the weight you carry. This is the ultimate lesson of longevity. Growth does not happen in the comfort zone. It happens when we push against the edges of what we think is possible. As you walk this path, remember that your biological age is a moving target. It is not a fixed number on a calendar. Every single day, you are presented with thousands of small opportunities to turn back the clock. When you wake up and choose to move before you eat, you are voting for a younger heart. When you choose a cold splash of water over a warm bed, you are voting for a sharper brain. When you choose to lift something heavy instead of sitting down, you are voting for a longer life. These small choices stacked over weeks and months create a biological wave that can wash away years of neglect. Dr. David Sinclair's work teaches us that the information theory of aging is about more than just biology. It is about hope. It means that the scratches on your genetic record can be polished. It means that the noise can be silenced. It means that your body has an incredible capacity to heal if you just give it the right tools and the right signals. You are not a victim of your genes. Your genes are a set of instruments, and you are the conductor. You decide the tempo. You decide the volume. You decide the beauty of the song. But this journey requires a new kind of identity. You must stop seeing yourself as someone who is getting old and start seeing yourself as an athlete of life. An athlete prepares. An athlete disciplines themselves. An athlete respects the rhythm of their body. This does not mean you have to be in the Olympics. It means you treat your health with the same seriousness and focus as if a gold medal were on the line. Because the prize is much greater than gold. The prize is a decade or more of high-quality life. The prize is being there, strong and present, for every wedding, every birth, and every sunset. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. If you stay on the path of comfort, where will you be? Will you be sitting in a chair, struggling to remember the names of your friends? Or will you be the person who is still hiking, still learning, and still leading? The version of you that exists 10 years from now is being built today. Every myokine released from your muscles, every sirtuin activated by your fast, and every minute of deep sleep is a brick in the foundation of that future self. Do not let that person down. They are counting on you to be brave today. We are living in the most exciting time in human history. We are the first generation that truly understands why we age and how to influence it. This is a gift that our ancestors could only dream of. They looked at aging as a mystery, but we look at it as a challenge. We have the maps, we have the science, we have the tools. All that is left is the will to act. Resilience is not something you are born with. It is something you build through the muscle memory connection. Every time you push through a difficult moment, you are teaching your brain that it can survive anything. The fire of life burns brightest when it has the right fuel and the right environment. Do not let your fire go out. Keep the flame alive with movement. Keep it bright with discipline. Keep it steady with sleep. And above all, keep it burning with the belief that your best years are still ahead of you. Your body is a miracle of engineering, a masterpiece of evolution, and a vessel of infinite potential. Treat it with the respect it deserves, and it will reward you with a life that is long, rich, and full of meaning. The road to longevity is not a sprint. It is a long, beautiful walk. There will be days when you feel tired. There will be days when the comfort of the old life calls to you. But in those moments, remember the silent conversation. Remember that your muscles are talking to your brain. Remember that your cells are waiting for your command. You are the master of your biology. You are the architect of your age. Take the first step today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. Your future self is waiting to thank you. Now is the time to take command. Your journey to a stronger body and a sharper mind starts with a single choice. Don't let time be your thief. Make it your partner. Subscribe to our channel and join our community of health warriors. Start your transformation today by committing to one new longevity habit in the comments below. Let's rewrite the story of aging together. Your life is waiting. Go and claim it.